Hey, handsome. Come here often. Yeah. I happen to live here. No way. You too? Wow. We'll have to hit it off sometime. This really is the world's least comfy couch. You just have to fucking make it work in order to get comfy on this thing. Fuck is my controller at? Oh right, I forgot I'm gonna need the keyboard. Alright. Yeah, like my parents gave us this couch simply because it was not comfortable enough. And because it was low enough to the ground that mom was having a hard time with it. Which is exactly why I was like what business does mom have trying to fit into a Miata? Or not trying to that sounds bad. Trying to get in and out of a Miata. How does the audio sound? Everything sound good? Does the camera look weird with it just being with just being me in a dark room with like all this space around me? Are you gonna have any good snacks on this? I've got some Lidl peanut butter chocolate cookies. They're fucking damn good. It's not something that we've covered on Lambs yet, I don't think. Welcome, Jake Thomas. Alright, so what I'm doing here, right? I'm just playing some PSO because I feel like it, and you're watching. That's what's happening. I'm just trying to level my character. Just kind of playing the game the only way that I know how. Right now, the way that I need to swap these two windows because I can't really read the chat past the fucking microphone arm. But the only way that I've found to like level effectively in this game is to like repeat one mission over and over again. But I do kind of want to like break away from just doing that and sort of see some of the other things. Like I've never actually played episode 4 of this game. I might do that here. So I'll do a little run through of episode 1 and 2 on probably like hard mode. See if I can finish that like quickly. I don't know how long that'll really take, and then jump into episode 4. Maybe just do like a full playthrough of the game as my high level character where I just fucking plow through it. But if I get bored of doing that, I'll just level. Or I'll just play episode 4. Jake Thomas says, I'm into snack content. Do I? Are you a big time snack viewer? You're into all the big snack channels? Do you think that Big Snack lies to us? And that they could be healthy? And taste just the same? Alright, let's jump right into this. Actually, hold on, let me go to the shop. Behemoth is currently covering half of my screen. Let me see. Okay, I don't have anything needs to be selling. Go ahead and use this. Identify this weapon. I think it's a barista. Sure is. I'm not gonna equip it. Just trying to find out about some new snacks. I feel like I've been eating the same one since I was 8. Well, check out the backlog of the YouTube videos. We've already got 12. Well, maybe it's 11 right now, snack videos out there, and then one stream where we talk about another one. I definitely recommend, what were they called? Those, like, like, chicken-shaped orange chicken chips. I'm willing to bet that any kind of orange chicken flavored chips is going to taste damn good based off of that one that we had. There's also barbecue Doritos are fucking fire. I'm depositing an item, the barista, and this. Don't need those. Get one of the chicken things bad, might order online. Yeah, I think they were at Costco. I'm willing to bet that any Costco would have them if you have a Costco membership. I don't actually have a Costco membership. They just they always get the shit for whams every week because Costco just has so much cool snacks. But they were crazy good. Like the first bite I was like, I could get addicted to this easy. But I also, there was a part of me that felt as though they were so strong, like so flavorful, that after eating like half the bag or something, I'd probably be like, alright, I'm kind of fucking tired of the flavor. I feel like there's some merit to that, where it's like if something is got such a strong flavor to it, if you eat like a bunch of it, you just kind of get tired of it before you actually finish. Oh, you coming over here, Behemoth? No, he's walking away. At least I can see my whole screen now. Nothing in there. I love the transitions between like battle music and like calm music, or like just like the regular music of the forest. Ah, shit. As soon as I shot him, the music picked up. Cat cams when? How should I do it? Because they don't really like to sit in one place for very long. Banshee is sitting at the top of the cat tree and probably will be there for a little bit because she's staring out the window. So like a cat cam that stares at Banshee on the top of the tree might go hard as hell. But Behemoth, he never just like picks like a spot that he loves and I could just like set up a cam. I do feel like usually streamers that have cat cams, they'll just sit there and bait the cats with treats until they get into the camera. So maybe I would just do that with Behemoth. But then, you know, I'd give him the treat, and then like, as soon as the treat's gone, he would just fucking bombard me. He'd be like, no, there's more. He'd get out of the fucking view of the camera immediately and just try to eat me. They're eating her, and then they're gonna eat me. Oh my god. I'm realizing the only way to be on this couch in like a comfortable fashion is to put your legs up, and the only thing that I have to put my legs up onto is this fucking table. But the table's hard. I could probably put a pillow under my feet, and that'd be comfortable. But then they'd be like raised up higher than my waist, and I feel like that'll get uncomfortable for my hips pretty quickly. You know, because it'll be putting my body in like this fucking crazy V shape. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe it'll be actually awesome. Yeah, the Forest 2 battle theme is legendary. Listen to this shit. No, it's taking a second to transition. So the game waits until like a specific bar or like measure in the song to transition, so that the transition like feels natural. Which does mean that like when you're just going in and out of combat really quickly, then you run into situations like this where it's like I wasn't in combat for a minute, but it was still doing the combat theme because it was just trying to find that measure where it can switch off of it. But what it creates is a really seamless, like just now, where it swapped over to the battle theme like that. Like even if I point it out, if you don't know exactly what you're listening for, you'll probably be like, what the hell is he even talking about? Because it really just sounds like the song should be like that. Really, it only gave me 3 Boomas here. That's crazy. So the battle theme came on way after I killed those guys because it was looking for the right measure. Eating Doritos flavored smart food popcorn while watching. It's not the best, but it's okay. Dorito flavored. So like which Dorito flavor? Is there like a Doritos original? I would have never known. Is it like Cool Ranch or like nacho cheese? Doritos and Smart Food had a collaboration at some point. That's wild. I would have never thought. Back, you foul beast. Usually when it's just one Rappy like that, if I can shoot it and a bear comes down. But nope, we were safe. It's nacho cheese. Yeah, nacho cheese popcorn does not sound like a great combo. But, I don't know. Like, in theory, something as, like, snackable as popcorn, like popcorn is pretty fucking nice to snack on because it's just like a little, almost spherical object that you can grab, like, a good handful of and just, like, shove into your mouth. Makes it really, really nice to snack on. The only really big downside of fucking popcorn is that it gets stuck all up in your teeth. But like a popcorn, like something in the form factor of popcorn with like different flavors that maybe are like more special than a popcorn is, does sound awesome. That's why like caramelized popcorn is like so fucking fire. Cause it's like popcorn is such a top tier snackable thing. And then when you give it some like real flavor, because like popcorn without excessive butter doesn't taste like fucking anything. And you put a ton of butter on there and now you're just fucking eating a fistful of butter, which tastes good but is really not great for you. Alright, I'm going to demolish this dragon, by the way. If I was allowed to kill it in one phase, it would be dead in like fucking 10 seconds. Yeah, so see, if I was allowed to kill it, it'd be dead right now. But it does this stupid shit where its health bar... You can't see its health bar because it's under me, but its health bar just gets stopped. So you literally have to wait for it to fucking get up and do its little roar. Do the roar! Oh, I killed him. Nice. Got this in a pack with Cheeto flavor as well. I'm not sure how new these flavors are. What the fuck? Nacho cheese and Cheeto flavored popcorn. Well, at least, I mean, Cheeto flavored popcorn is basically just cheddar popcorn. I'm not sure, like, what other special elements Cheetos necessarily have to make it very distinct from just being like a cheddar popcorn, but to me that's all it really sounds like. And cheddar popcorn is pretty popular. I've never really been... Oh, I leveled up. Hell yeah. I've never been like the biggest fan of cheddar popcorn. I'm also just not the biggest fan of like just straight up cheddar flavored things. I was trying to think about like a cheddar flavored snack that I really enjoy. I'm sure that there's one out there. I do like Cheetos. Not that I'm saying that. I do like Cheetos. But only like the regular Cheetos. Any other flavor fucking Cheetos, I end up not really liking it. I used to love fucking Cheeto Puffs. Like the big fat Cheetos. Look like you're eating like a finger. I think a lot of people would call them like Cheeto fingers. I used to love those. Now I can't really stand like the whole fucking process of eating them. They're so thick You can only really get like one at a time. They don't have any like real crunch. Their crunch is kind of mushy. He said it's smart food popcorn. Where did you get these at? Gonna be stuck to the roof of your mouth. Yeah, and in between your teeth. Well, I guess when you get like bagged popcorn, or what should I say, pre-popped popcorn, then the kernels are not usually in it. So then like the kernels are usually the shit that gets stuck in your teeth when you're eating fucking like movie popcorn. But that's the shit that always fucking drives me crazy. I love eating me some popcorn with like a shit ton of butter on it, and then afterwards I'm like, fuck, my teeth have all kinds of shit in it. I gotta go floss. Fucking deleting all these fools. You got it at Walmart? I'll have to check it out. Got me curious now. If you live in an area that has Lidl, which I think it's only in Virginia, then you gotta try the fucking these peanut butter cookies. What does the end bit of your name mean, Jake Thomas? You got the DO1YG. Is that like the only one young gangster? I feel like a really unconventional streaming posture going on here. No, there's only one guy. Oh, no, I can get three. YouTube just added that on? I don't know. Huh. Does YouTube have like a auto-generate name feature? feel like aesthetically, Cave 1 is probably my least favorite stage in episode 1. Might be true in episode 1 and 2, honestly, because episode 2 has some fire fucking stages aesthetically. This place is just like it's like claustrophobic. It's super orange. And I mean, yeah, it's a cave. It should be claustrophobic. I don't know why it has to be quite so orange. It does have a lot of lava for sure, but like maybe just the rooms with the lava should be orange. But it's the Dreamcast. What can you do? They just put like a big haze over the entire planet when you come into this stage. Ooh, what is that? Special weapon. Man, I'm on hard mode. That must have been like a pretty lucky drop. This is definitely just a grass assassin armor. Also pretty lucky. I mean, it's hard mode. The drop rates are not like necessarily amazing. All right. Well, how do I get over there? Oh, looks like it's right here. Or not. This warp could send me fucking anywhere. It really did. So let's see. Bang. Oh no? Okay. Looks like you just go through this room and then it'll be at the end. Is this an MMO? Sorry, I actually don't know Phantasy Star Online. I've only played one of the Sega Genesis ones. Was there one on the Sega Genesis? There's one on the Sega Dreamcast, which is this one right here. But it's kind of an MMO. Like, it depends on what your definition, like what the way you would distinguish an MMO from maybe a game that doesn't have an open world. So some people would refer to it as an MORPG, which just means multiplayer online RPG, because it doesn't have a massive world. But some people would argue that the massive in MMO can also mean like that the player base is massive, which was kind of true at the time that it came out. Definitely not true now. But it's a it's an instance-based action RPG where you kind of create like a lobby and you can play with up to 3 other people. Very similar to like Diablo in that aspect, which Diablo was one of the games that inspired the creation of this game, or rather inspired the way that the game's online capabilities work. Which this game very much paved the way for a like large-scale multiplayer online game on consoles, because it had not been done before. Like, I think there was maybe a couple games that came out around the same time that, like, could do online, but it was like, you know, like a peer-to-peer connecting with one other person type deal. But this was like everyone is online on the same server at the same time. Destroy. I wish I had my little add-on thing on the screen so I could see how long I've been in this dungeon. Would you guys ever review games on WAMs? So the Patreon has an additional podcast that we are doing monthly where we talk about games that we are particularly interested in. And the first one is already up there where we talk about this game in particular. And then we are also kind of in the works of planning out like just gaming streams in general with the WAMs family here. So not necessarily reviewing the games, but just playing them. I mean, I'm a very opinionated person, and I voice my opinion on things. So if I'm playing a game, I'm probably gonna start talking about it as if I am reviewing that shit. Like Bird wants to play some Overwatch with me, so we were talking about potentially doing some Overwatch streams. And then we already have planned streams for this game on Mondays. That's one of these rooms. So, because I'm a robot, I can see these traps. The point of this room is that you need to press 4 buttons to open that door. But half of the buttons are trapped, and if you weren't a robot, you wouldn't know which ones. But I'm a robot, so I can just walk over and hit the right ones. completely nullifying this room. I did have before, I had a content idea that I haven't necessarily given up on entirely, called Refund or Review. It's a stream idea where like Steam has the feature where the first, like if you play a game for only 2 hours or like less than 2 hours, then you can refund it as long as it was within like a 14-day period. And I was like, I could do like a 2-hour stream, or maybe like a 4-hour stream where I do like 2 games, something like that. Where I just choose a game, and then I play it and sort of give my thoughts on it, like a first impression style, on stream. And then by the end of it, decide whether or not it was worth a full-scale review. And then if it is worth a full-scale review, buy the or like don't refund it, play through the whole game, and then release like a scripted review of it. Otherwise, if I didn't think it was like worth doing a review, then that stream would just be the end of it. I'd probably give it like a first impression score, and then also upload a video of my first impressions. What? Jake Thomas, would you happen to be the person who found the channel through through my post on Reddit? I had made a post on Reddit for like a bunch of different threads. I think it was on the snack one. Somebody said that they would actually tune in. And I was like, hell yeah. It's a cool idea, kind of like streaming demos of new games. Yeah, pretty much. That is pretty much exactly what it is. There's also a stream idea that is somebody else's that she's already doing, but I really like the concept of, which is getting every single interesting looking game from that released on a specific day, and like playing a little bit of all of them and giving your thoughts on it. I did it once, and what it ended up being was that it was kind of too many fucking games. So I was like, all right, I really needed to like decide what games were worth talking about more thoroughly, because I could only play the games for like 5 minutes, and the stream still ended up taking like 4 hours to get through all the fucking games. And I was like, yeah, I would definitely like to play more than 5 minutes of a game before I give my thoughts on it. So it would have to definitely be like just either a really, really, really long stream, which I don't have the ability to do that. I could, like, physically I could, but fiscally I don't think I could. So either a really long stream, or I just only grab the games that look like they would be funny to talk about or fun to talk about. But it would just be all the games that released on a day. Bit of a yoinkin' twist though, because this it's a YouTuber named Memoria already does that. I just really liked the idea. If it was up to me, I'd be streaming fucking all the goddamn time, but I'd be working too much. I'm not on Reddit, just found Whams when YouTube recommended me one of the clips randomly, and I used to watch Trixie but thought she quit YouTube years ago. It's hard to say whether or not she's quit YouTube. She definitely has not. But she's said that she was going to, in a sense, a few times. At least quitting doing the same things that she was doing. She's definitely still uploading. She put out like a really big, do you know Toho at all? Like, play any of the Toho games or just interact with Toho stuff? Oh, I can actually hurt it. We're gonna be here a little while. Nah, okay, they're separating. God, this enemy type is so lame. I really just have to stand here while it does its fucking thing. You learned about it from our video the day. Okay, so you already know what video I'm talking about then. Yeah, I've known about Toho for almost as long as I can remember. That's what happens when you are siblings with somebody who's obsessed with anime internet culture. Oh, I'm running straight into a locked door. Here we go. Oh, this one's going fast. Okay, have fun. I love that I've never noticed this. Listen to this thing. Doesn't it sound like a hamster wheel? Why would a, like, hydraulic press thingy sound like a hamster wheel? I don't know how audible that is on stream, but it's really silly sounding to me. Are they separating? Hell yeah. You know, I've never really given them enough time. Like, when you kill one of those guys, the other one, like, turns around and stares at the other one, like, dying. I've never given enough time to figure out what they do after that. Like, if they get mad and, like, power up or something. They usually just kill the other one immediately. I almost had my photon blast. Should be able to use it on Derolay then. Jake Thomas, do you think this that my camera setup is cursed? I'm just in like a dimly lit room and I only take up about 20% of the camera frame. Oh, I love this song so much. Oh, almost dodged it. Alright, get up on here. He takes so long to be able to really hit him that the buff that I get at the beginning of the fight is just like gone by the time he's up here. I gotta move. French fry. Alright, let me use my photon blast. Check this shit out. Got my fucking dolphin. Blam. Another French fry again. Another French fry. Looks cool with the colors of the window. Nice. Yeah, with the purple elephant thing going on here. Damn, I'm using the rifle and everything. It's still missing. Gonna jump over. Whee! Alright, shoot your fucking things. Nice, I actually dodged it. I'm never able to dodge those stupid purple things. I should be able to kill him here. I love that he, like he wouldn't be swimming forward anymore, but the water is still moving forward because of like the way that they made the level, where like the whole level is just like moving constantly. This looks silly. Let's see if there's any dimates here. Nope. Oh, I haven't been feeding my mag. I'm a horrible father. Bing, bing, bing. I'm fucking blasting through this. Oh, I thought I just switched to the other weapon. These stupid robots are really annoying. They're like incredibly easy to deal with, but you can't hit them when they're in their get up animation. So there's so many times where it's like they're just one hit away from dying, and I just have to wait for them to stand up before I can target them again to kill them. You see, that shot would have killed them, but it didn't because they were getting up. Same with that one. So my rifle shoots fast enough, but if there's a bunch of them, then I'm gonna have to fucking use my shot, which is what this is, and that's not fast enough. It's too slow. Okay, a locked door and some boxes. Thinking I'm going to, yep, summon some enemies when I hit the box. Oh, he survived. Hello, Duncan. Do you level up in this? Yeah, you see at the top left I'm level 63. The only way that you can tell your experience in the actual like base game is right at the bottom right there. It says total EXP, and that's just the total amount of experience I've gotten over the entire course of this character. And then to next level tells you how much experience is left. So I've got 10,000 until I level up again, because I leveled up near the beginning of this. And each of these enemies, let's see if I can find one to kill. Evidently not. Gotta go somewhere else. I don't know how much XP one enemy's giving me right now. I think it's like 100. Which means I have to kill like 100 of these motherfuckers to level up. I keep hearing the enemy summoning sound and not seeing any enemies. Oh, wait. Guess the XP bar wasn't invented yet. It was. I think they just wanted to make the screen not like cluttered. They probably could have just put like put it up there with your HP and TP and all that. But I don't know. Maybe they just thought that it wasn't like super necessary for the game, or that it like took away from the experience that they were going for. Do you level up yourself, like spend EXP, or is it automatic? It's automatic. You don't spend your points on anything or anything like that. You just level up and then your stats go up. However, you probably saw a second ago when I was feeding my mag. So this is a very like you control it type experience right here, where you have this little creature that floats behind you. You see those two things that are floating next to me, which are called your mag. Normally you don't have two. Mine is just two because it's one of the variants of a mag. And depending on what you feed it, you'll get these different stats that level up. So there's 4 down there. There's defense, power, dexterity, and mind. Power is just a general stat that just raises the damage that you do. So I've been raising that mostly. And then your mag can level up to level 200. So you get like technically a limit to the amount of levels you can raise it. So you don't want to like level up the wrong stats with it, because then you hit level 200 and you just have like wasted stats. So I'm trying to prevent both mind and defense from going up, which when I first started this character, I failed at pretty hard, because mind is at 9, it should be at 0, and defense starts at 5, it should be at 5, but it's at 11. So I've got a solid amount of wasted points here on my mag, but I wasn't too worried about it back then. Now I'm like, oh man, I wish I fucking didn't spend those wrong. But the way that you can control it is, like, you see how this one right here, both defense and power went up, but this one right here, defense goes down and power goes up. So I'm sort of balancing it between those two items, just feeding them. Yeah, feeding them and paying attention to it so that I don't end up overfeeding on the defense stat. Oh shit, I wasn't paying attention to that. That was not the right way. AI viewers, boo! Got a bot in my Twitch chat. But yeah, the XP bar was definitely around. Or actually, let's see. I don't think Diablo 1 had an XP bar, did it? Like at the bottom of the screen? And I know Diablo 2 has something, but I don't know if Diablo 1 had an experience bar. And then there's also Ultima and EverQuest. Surely one of them had like the sort of experience bar that you see in a World of Warcraft per se. Have I gone through this door? Okay, I have not. So like the mines is really cool aesthetically. Like look at this shit. We got fucking like Tesla coil fucking rings in the sky, and these like weird, like blue brainwave looking floors with the fucking white thing scanning across it. And then you get this big ass like pit to death down there. You see it just kind of keeps going infinitely. I should have done a /J with the XP bar comment. What does /J do? Is that like a... You're saying like that it was a joke? Yeah, I'm also I definitely don't pick up on joking tones in text very easily. I'm actually able to go up here. Is this? There we go. Okay, I fucking figured out the missing puzzle piece there. Oh, this room dark as hell. Oh god. Oh, turn out the lights. Something annoying about these guys is that playing as a robot, you are immune to paralysis, but these guys do a stun that is essentially just paralysis, but because it's not actually paralysis, you're not immune to it as a robot. So you get stunned, it just isn't permanent, like how paralysis is. So they fucking negate one of my strengths as a robot. Also, I haven't been picking up any items because this difficult, like I'm playing on hard mode, which is just a bit low level for me. That's why I'm like deleting everything really quickly. And pretty much none of the items are going to be worthwhile. I guess it's not entirely true. If I found like materials, which raise your base stats, that is pretty useful. So I should probably be at least checking for those. But the items are not going to be super useful for me. I just wanted to do a run through of hard mode because I've never actually beaten the game on hard mode before. I've gotten this character to this level just by doing like just farming tactics, starting a mission over and over again, starting a mission, killing a bunch of enemies, and ending the mission. So just like mindless grinding. And I beat normal mode with this character. I just haven't beaten hard mode, and I've never in my life beaten hard mode. I think I've gotten like all the way up to the final boss of episode 1 and never actually beat it. Which the final boss of episode 1, which is basically like the base game for this for the Fantasy Online, the last boss has an extra phase that is not there in normal mode. So I've like literally never fought the final phase of the final boss. See, this guy still hit pretty fucking hard. Like I'm deleting all these normal enemies. And I was just explaining how like I'm overpowered for hard mode. But I guarantee you when I get into Ruins 3, which is like the final level, the enemies are still going to be pretty fucking tough. And then the final boss will likely one-shot me. Like many times. Because he just does ridiculous amounts of damage. Classic fucking JRPG tactics, just have a bunch of attacks that do way too much damage. pretty much the only defense against it, aside from just being massively overleveled, is to have these items called Scape Dolls, which resurrect you upon death immediately. Or if you're playing in multiplayer, your allies can resurrect you. But Scape Dolls are pretty rare. I have a bunch of them because I've been stocking them up and not using them. But it sucks to use them because you're fucking hoping to hold on to like a bunch of them. And I feel like I should probably save as many as I can for trying to beat the final boss on very hard mode. But right now I'm just trying to beat it on hard, and it might be necessary to use a few. I don't like the grouping right here. I was hoping to be able to shoot like a bunch of them, but they're all spread out. There we go. Oh, these guys. What do you guys think about me just doing like an impromptu stream on the Shaidu channel? Every once in a while. Damn, okay, we're getting a bunch here. You're chilling, just got off work? Hell yeah. Oh! I also practically just got off work. Well, I guess I got off like 3 hours ago. But, spent like an hour kind of just chilling. I don't know if I've been streaming before. I guess I've been streaming for about an hour. Impromptus are fine, but I tend to miss them. Yeah, I mean, it's impromptu. But I wouldn't do an impromptu stream that was like well thought out and like that I was hoping people were like I wouldn't be upset if like not a whole lot of people watched it, you know? Because I'm just like, I'm just chilling. Ah! Mine's too. This place is freaky looking. Wait, is the Mines 2 theme song the same as Mines 1? No, it's slightly different. Okay. Very, very similar though. Which I guess Forest isn't that different either. These guys only give me 9 experience. Oh, I got my photon blast. Hell yeah. These guys are interesting because they're like zombies that are being controlled by these. Well, I didn't even have enough time to explain it before I killed them. They're zombies being controlled by like this disc that floats in the air. And if you're a melee character, you can't hit it at all. You can only hit it if you have like a spell or a bullet. I leveled up. But if you're a ranger, you can kind of shoot at it. You'll see it in the air and you just like shoot at it. So the way you beat it as a melee character is that you have to like kill a couple of the zombies. But like when you kill them, they just like get back up because they're fucking zombies. But once you've like taken I think one or two of them down, the thing will like come down from the sky and you can kill it and then they all explode. And it's really satisfying when you kill it. The soundtrack goes crazy. Yeah. It's one of the best parts about the game, honestly. Like I do think the game was revolutionary for its time. But like combat wise it's nothing to write home about nowadays. But just being able to sort of like it's very chill. Like gameplay wise it's very chill. And being able to sort of chill while hearing this cool ass music is just such a vibe. The fucking traps. And see, it's hallways like this where I'm glad that I'm a robot. Even though it really isn't that special, because the thing about the traps in this game are that when you like get close to them, they activate. And when they activate, your character like walks slowly. Like you see how I'm walking slowly next to these enemies. You do that when you're like walking next to a trap. And the idea is that the game kind of forces you to get hit by the trap almost. But I can show it right here. If you have a menu open, you don't get slowed down by enemies. I mean, you can't walk through them like I was just trying to, but I'm not getting slowed down, but here I am. So like, if you're not playing a robot and you don't want to get hit by traps, then just if you're suspicious that there's going to be traps, you just open up a menu and then you can just like run through and the traps won't activate fast enough to hit you. I see, I found a power material. It's a good thing I was looking. So that power material that I just picked up is an item that I can go and use. And you see it says right here it'll increase my attack power by 2. So it actually just raised my attack power base stat by 2 permanently. Very useful to get those. Oh, these guys are crazy too. So you can't see them because the lights are off. There's like a big fucking like mecha right here. But they shoot these little missiles, but they can hurt themselves with the missiles. So if you just walk around them, they blow themselves up. Oh, I got sliced from behind. Dang, this dude is shooting on my back. Yeah, these guys are sick, fucking robot ninjas. They're just like hanging out on the ceiling, and you walk up and they do like a flip down to the ground. Fairly certain I just need to hit this one. Yeah, these guys, they're in like a circle and with the red one in the middle. And when you kill the red one, it makes this like alarm sound that you probably hear a second ago. And the alarm sound is like all the little guys that were in the circle start like heading towards you, and then they self-destruct. And it does like a ton of damage. But you can also kill them all really easily by just shooting the guy in the middle and then running away from them and not letting the self-destruct hit you. This guy wants me. He wants my booty. You can't have it. Yeah, this is what it looks like. This is the mecha. So you see they shoot the missiles, and then they're just blowing themselves up. They just walk in a circle around them. They can also blow each other up. So the other one... Ah! Ah! Oh my god. The lights were turned on me, and now my eyes are fucking exploding. See, I didn't hit them a single time. Oh, maybe I should do like dumbass challenge runs of this game, like fucking beating the game with traps only or something. That would be horrendous. There's a thing right up here. Oh, that was the only enemies for this room, huh? Do like a cane only run. Can only use the cane physical attack. Or no weapon. A full fucking fisticuffs run. It'd probably take 1,000 years. But imagine the YouTube title. It'd be like, I beat the first console MMOs using only my fists. This room is useless. Where do I need to go? I see that door right there. There's one like all the way at the bottom. Oh, the boss. I'm worried I don't have enough healing items for this, so I'm gonna buy some. Oh, I've made a massive blunder. My photon blast is gone now. I was gonna use it to buff myself. 'Tis a shame. Another barista. Okay. And what is this? Another barista. Okay. The annoying thing about like these special weapons, like the barista, is that you can't sell them. So I just put them all into my fucking bank. I'm gonna deposit all this Masetta too. Alright, let's kill the boss. I don't think I've ever really paid attention to this song. Damn it. This guy can also paralyze me. That's quite annoying. And he makes a dumb fucking sound every time we hit him. Alright, phase 1 is down. I like how my targeting arrows are there on the cutscene. Right, okay. Going faster than I can run. Oh shit. The idea with this guy is that you like blow up his different pieces and all that. And then every time he loses a piece, he like loses an attack. But I did enough damage to him that he just dies. The bosses in this game are incredibly susceptible to like multi-hit. So because I have such a strong gun that hits multiple spots, I do like just ludicrous damage to all the bosses. Alright, we're in the ruins. Actually, it takes me 2 combos to kill these guys. I love this song too. The Ruins battle theme. I feel like I've probably been just like slowly sinking into this couch over the course of this. Because I definitely had the mic under my mouth before, and just now it was like right in front of my face. These guys. I still don't fully understand how these guys work, the DB Sabers. They like can just block your attack entirely. But sometimes they just don't. Like, see, he didn't block that one. He didn't block that one. Okay. Maybe you just have to like have them walking? So I'm assuming there's 2 more switches up there. I gotta teleport up there to get it. What's that? I have not. Why? Really? Oh no. Well, it's like they were saying, like, we've been so positive. Maybe we should be hated sometimes. I mean, I would be remiss to only review things I like. Yeah. Did I use remiss correctly there? I feel like I used it in the opposite context. I've basically just been doing like the world's fastest run through of episode 1 on hard mode. Well, okay, not the world's fastest, so I'm definitely not speedrunning it. But I'm just overpowered for this difficulty. Is he supposed to be back now? Is there any obscure like OVAs or anything for this back in the day? I love the designs. There might have been like one actually. Or it might not have been an OVA, it might have just been like a short animated video. Oh fuck. There is a Phantasy Star Online anime, but it's hot garbage, and it's about the second game. The plot is weird, where it's like, it fucking, it like follows some high school kids who are playing the actual Phantasy Star Online 2 video game. And it has a really funny moment in the first episode where he like loads up the game and he's like doing the character customization, and the basic character that it like starts you off with, he was like, wait, this character looks just like me. It's like, he just looks like a basic anime protagonist, like just dopey Japanese boy. Yes, the designs of this game go so fucking hard. And it's one of the most disappointing elements of every game after this, is that none of them have this, like, what would be the word I'm looking for? None of them have this, share these designs. Like, Phantasy Star Universe gets a pass because it's like trying to be a little bit different. Like Phantasy Star Universe is almost too like Bloodborne. It's like how Bloodborne is to Dark Souls in a way, where it's like it's obviously the same, but also like is very different. But Phantasy Star Zero and Phantasy Star Portable, which are the two games that are like supposed to be kind of direct. Actually, I think Phantasy Star Portable might be a sequel to Phantasy Star Universe, but Phantasy Star Zero is a sequel to these games. Not in the sense that it follows like the same storyline, but it takes place in the same like planetary solar system, and shares a lot of like the same like towns and shit. Like Pioneer 2 is used in that game as well, but they went with like a way more like standard anime design for all the characters. It just doesn't look nearly as fucking cool. And then Phantasy Star Online 2, the actual direct sequel to this game, which also it's strange that it's a direct sequel because it doesn't share any of the design elements and does not follow the same story at all. It just takes place in like the same planetary system. Has nothing to do with Phantasy Star Zero or Phantasy Star Online 1, but they called it Phantasy Star Online 2. That game also went with just like a purely like standard anime design look to it. But that one, like Phantasy Star Online 2, looks way cooler than Phantasy Star Zero, but it just still doesn't look quite as cool and unique as these games do. Also, welcome to the stream, Hewan. I saw your comment, but I was in the middle of that little rant. This room's really cool. Let me kill all the enemies and then I can point out what's cool about this room. Ah! Don't shoot at me. Don't shoot at me. One of my favorite parts about this song is the like Kong sound effect that's like, I mean, I can't really do it with my fucking mouth, but what it sounds like to me is, you know those like water fountain things where it's like a bamboo, it's just like a bamboo stalk, but it's on like a pivot and then like it gets filled up with water until it like weighs more on one side and then it falls down. It kind of sounds like when that like makes its little iconic sound, but they put like a bunch of reverb on it or something. If I edit this stream, then I'll fucking point out what I'm talking about. Yeah, this is what's cool about this room. You can come down here and you see these fucking waterfalls. And it just looks cool. Like you just get this big like crater and you got this fucking secret area with back here with the boxes. But like contextually, like this crater almost implies that the like what we're in fucking crashed into the planet. It's a bit of a small crater though. And here's a message talking about, what's this big hole? It looks like remnants of some type of energy explosion. Energy. Was the central dome destroyed by this? I don't think so. Which is, it's like weird because like you see this, if this was the explosion that killed the central dome, what she's talking about, there's like this thing in like the opening cutscene of the game where you see this big ass monster thing and it does a big explosion and it's presumed that that explosion is what like killed all the people that were on this planet. But you see him do the explosion, you see the big monster, like it's clearly not down in a fucking hole. Down in a hole. These sorcerer guys are fucking cool too. They just have a really cool design. I'm kicking their ass, but they actually hit hard as hell. They have these little like crystals next to them, and if you let them, like if you give them enough time to cast their spell, they'll shoot like a big ass fucking explosion at you. I actually think there's a comic book for this. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of, not like an OVA, but it was like a comic book. I don't think they did it in the style of a manga. I think they actually like released it in these like little like magazine style issues or some shit like that. What I really need is some more Fantasy Online merchandise. I don't have like anything. Mostly because not a lot exists. Oh, I should get a 3D printer and fucking start printing my own shit. Yeah, I'd love to have like a 3D printed one of these, like the little item box. I'd have to decide which one I like the most. The special weapon one is pretty cool. It's iconic. I got my photon blast. That happened early enough that I could probably use it and then build it up again by the time the boss. By the time I get to the boss. Ah! I love just like the subtle differences between areas. Like now that I'm in Ruins 2, the battle theme is just slightly different, but it still follows like a similar theme? What's the term? Oh fuck. I don't remember what the musical term is for like when the song has like a consistent thing throughout it. I think it's a theme, like how Beethoven does the dun 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 dun. Does the game have a story at all? I remember the Genesis game had a cool story. Is there a Phantasy Star game on the Genesis? Oh, that must be like Phantasy Star 4 actually. Yeah, it's got a story, and it's pretty cool. But it's told in a very strange way. So, like, Phantasy Star Online Episode 1, the story is told pretty much entirely through these little, like, messages that are on the ground. Almost like Dark Souls messages, like little, like, tutorial things that you find in Dark Souls. They're, like, left behind by a previous hunter. So, essentially what you're doing in Episode 1 is investigating the disappearance of somebody. But the, like, grand story is that there was like a home planet that was like at war, like there was a big war, and most of humanity, or like just like a really big portion of humanity, defected from the planet to go find like a new habitable planet to settle on, and they left in these two big spaceships called Pioneer 1 and Pioneer 2. So Pioneer 1, it was full of like scientists and like military personnel, stuff like that. Their job was to land on whatever planet they found habitable first and like learn about it, and then once they deemed that the planet was like good to go and that they could just like colonize it, then Pioneer 2, which had all the like citizens and like the rest of the military and shit like that, they could come and land and fully colonize. So Pioneer 1 finds this planet called Ragol, which is where we're on, and starts to study it. And they find that the planet is habitable, it's all chill, but they also find this like energy source called D-factor photons. And the D-factor photons have this like weird element about them where they like attract things to them and corrupt them. It's like really strange. So like the scientists are trying to study it, and they think it can be turned into like a powerful bioweapon essentially. So they're trying to the scientists and the government are trying to figure out this fucking bioweapon shit, and they are trying to find more and more D-factor photons, and they find that it is like collecting in this area, which is where we're at right now in the ruins. So they keep getting closer and closer to it until they unearth the ruins, and a big fucking explosion happens. But pretty much right before they had unearthed the ruins and caused the explosion, they had sent a signal to Pioneer 2 saying like, hey, it's chill, you can come and like land on the planet because like it's all right. And so in the opening cutscene of the game, you see that signal being sent, and then like right afterwards a big explosion happens, and communication is lost with Pioneer 1. So Pioneer 2 stays in orbit and is like, we don't know what the fuck just happened to Pioneer 1, but suddenly they just like aren't communicating, so we'll send down some people to investigate. So they start sending hunters from the Hunters Guild, and one of these esteemed hunters is this girl named Red Ring Rico, who was like the president's daughter pretty much, but she's like this fucking cool ass hunter who's like super good. And she goes down there and is like reporting on her findings, but then she never comes back, and they lose communication with her. So your job, you're being essentially contracted by the government to find her, and the story is told through like the notes that she leaves behind. But you find out that the government, or the scientists, had unearthed this ruins, which appears to be some kind of like alien spaceship, and that there's like some kind of dark energy in this facility. And as you go through it and like read her messages, it becomes very clear that she's like losing her fucking mind. And then when you fight the final boss, and you kill it, you see her like escape him. So it's kind of implied that the final boss was looking for a like physical form to take over in order to like manifest into reality or something. And he lured Red Ring Rico over to him so that he could like take over her body. And that's pretty much the entirety of the story of episode 1. Episode 2 came out and like added a bunch of like extra context and really made the government sound even worse than they already did. Because like the whole bit that I said about the bioweapon, that wasn't. I don't even think that was in the game until episode 2. But they were like in episode 1, they were trying to like mutate creatures, and they ended up creating the second boss, that big like worm that you saw me fight earlier. So they were already doing some fuck shit, but then in episode 2 they were talking about the bioweapon, and they were talking about human experimentation. And so the final boss of episode 2 is like a human that they experimented on and turned into some giant creature. And then when episode 4 came out, they added a bunch of like side quest storylines, and the side quest storylines add so much more depth to the game. Like, you learn a lot more about photons and what they are, and like what the scientists were doing, how there are like, because there's like multiple races that you can choose from in this game. You can choose human, Newman, or caste. And in episode 4, you kind of learn how those races came to be, because they are, both the Newmans and the caste are artificial races. They were man-made. And then there's like actual characters. Like at episode 1 and 2, there's not really like any characters aside from just the ones that you're like reading the notes of, and like the people that you talk to in the spaceship, which is only like a handful of. But in episode 4, there's like other characters with their own storylines that you follow. I think it's pretty cool. Some of it is kind of cheesy and standard sci-fi stuff, but I think it does its job pretty well. They definitely did not, like, they were not focusing on putting story first with episode 1, though. They were just thinking about gameplay, like, how can we make this a really fun action RPG? Four portals. I wonder where they all go. Alright, that sent me to the middle of nowhere. Here's another portal. Okay, that sent me back. I don't remember which one it took. Okay. So that one sent me to that. I think I took that one. So let's do this one. Okay, no. It wasn't that one. Let's do this one. Okay, I've been in this room before. Did that send me... How far back was this room? Oh dear God. Yeah, this room's cool. Got the big old fucking like tube shits off to the side. And it's just a big ass room. So this is where you first get to see one of these guys. These enemies are fucking sick looking. I swear, whenever they were designing Hecarim for League of Legends, they were looking at this guy. They played some fucking fantasy online. So I forgot about the existence of these little like skitter things. They might actually be one of the worst enemy types in the game. The fact that you have to like wait for them to be like about to shoot, and they do this like super far distance float. Oh, I don't even have to kill him. I don't know why some of them are red and some of them are green. I don't know what the colors mean. Oh, I leveled up again. I'm really surprised how many times, like I leveled up 3 times doing this run. Because I have been playing for 2 hours. Damn. I only have one more Diamate. So I think I'm just gonna use my Photon Blast on the next like pack of enemies that I see. So yeah, if you're still paying attention, this is how the story is told, is through these little messages right here. So if I click on this, you need to wait until a dark gunner stops to hit it. Oh, this is the worst example, because sometimes they're also just tutorials. It's impervious to damage, but it's moving around. Oh, okay, so you don't even have to wait until it's about to shoot. You just have to wait until it's not moving. I don't know. So, kind of seems like whenever I hit one of them, they all get stunned. Oh, defense material. Nice. Again, I really don't understand how these guys work. Just keep shooting at them until they decide not to block. Okay, so here's another message. Let's see what this one says. I'm now inside the ancient spaceship. Well, it's not just a spaceship. It's a casket. Something or somebody was sealed in this spaceship to remain buried here. What is it? Why was something buried in such a manner? Anyway, I know that a monster is sleeping in this cave. We've opened the forbidden door. So for context with that, when you enter this, like the ruins stage, you like go through a big ass door. And in order to have gone through the door, you had to have like clicked on these pillars that were found throughout the game. It's like It's cool. Like it's almost as if like the final level is hidden, but also it's not hard to find those pillars. Like you'll just run into them playing the game normal. I ran into all three just doing this run, even though I've already activated it. Hey, you know what? These guys are like really susceptible to freeze traps. I could just like freeze trap them, and then they can't fucking block me. But I'll also run out of freeze traps really fast. I am out of healing items. So, I'm definitely facing the wrong direction. This is gonna hit nothing. Oh, what a big waste. Yeah. Well, I guess I hit that guy. Let me just... Oh, shit. And of course, right afterwards, one of those guys spawns, and I definitely could have killed it with my photon blast. What an unfortunate reality I live in. Give me my fucking money. Actually, I don't even need it. Wee, 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 wee. Do, do, do. Also, how about the ruins being so fucking long? Like, I feel like I've been in the ruins for almost as long as I was in all of the other levels combined. I think I should... Oh, you're fucking kidding me. I hit the wrong button. Well, everything I just did is gone. I keep all of my experience and all that. I was trying to hit the button that changes my bank tab. I ended up hitting the button that sends me back to the fucking lobby. I should really make those further apart. Well, all that was left was killing the final boss. I can go do that a different way really fast. Alright, so this is gonna look like I'm going through everything I just did really, really quickly, because this is almost like a boss rush. Oh, I equipped the wrong weapon. Oh well. They don't matter. I will probably actually get to the final boss faster doing this than I was going through all of Ruins 3. But I was just trying to beat the game the normal way. Yeah, it's a tragedy. I managed to fucking delete my whole progress. Alright, onto the caves. I definitely put up that trap way too soon. Gotta get these guys summoned. Get on out of the ground. Oh yeah, you shall be the first. Now you. And lastly, you shall fall. So normally, in order to like farm experience, I do this mission because it basically is just like, it's just waves of enemies, and then you fight a boss, and bosses give crazy amount of experience in this game compared to all the normal enemies. Like that first boss, the dragon, will give like an equal amount of experience to the entire level before him. Get out of here, fucking puddle. The caves is really just full of enemies that waste your fucking time. Like this fucking guy. fight Durley again. Dun, 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 dun. You remember those blue guys from Sonic Adventure 2? Talking about chows? Oh, no. Okay, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about those slimes. Yeah, because it kind of looks like Chaos from Sonic Adventure. Yes, which this game is made by Sonic Team. So the game actually has chows in it. In some capacity, you can have a mag that looks like a chow. And those little slime things do look exactly like Chaos does. It's gonna die right here. Oh, shit. Level 2, clear. Onto the mines. See how it's like I'm rushing through everything that I just did. We've only been doing this mission for 9 minutes, and I've already gone through like what took about an hour before. As soon as you hear that little sound that just played, you don't need to kill anything else. The door's unlocked. So even though that room is just gonna spawn those guys over and over again, I don't gotta stay in there. So I'm waiting for these ninjas. Give me some ninjas that spawn on the ceiling. Here they are. And they were roommates. Oh my god, they were roommates. And how many of these dudes do I have to kill? I don't really remember. I guess that many. These guys are just gonna kill each other. Ah, I'm stuck. Alright, next room. Here's this boss. Yep. Alright, already on the second phase. I love the silly fucking Final Fantasy VII ass like turn that he does. Alright, give him a photon blast. Did that only hit one target? It's weird. It's supposed to hit a bunch. I killed him before he can even do an attack. Oh, he dropped a rare. Alright. Now we're in the ruins. Well. I really like the sound that these guys make when they die. They're like, oh. What the fuck was the point of warping up there? What the fuck? I got new paper cuts. I don't really kill these guys. Alright, here he is, the final boss. So I'm going to grab some healing items, and this time grab what I was trying to grab from the bank without going back to lobby. There. So now I'm switched to the shared bank, which is shared between all of my characters, which is where I have all of this shit saved. I'm gonna grab a couple of these. Alright. It is time to fight Dark Falls. That phase goes by really fast if you're too strong. I don't think this guy has multiple hitboxes. What the fuck? Just heard the fucking Amazing Digital Circus song really loud from upstairs. Oh, glad that didn't do much damage. Alright, next phase. Awesome. I'm not sure if there's actually like a way to dodge that attack. You just get fucking hit from above. He's just fucking sitting there. Okay, final phase. So this is the part of the fight that I've never actually done before in my life. Oh, okay. Just sort of fucking smack my shit. It seems like when he's prismatic, I can't hurt him. I don't really know what causes him to go prismatic. Seemingly, it's random. I've already done half his fucking health bar. Whoa. Can I shoot him with it? Whoa! Whoa, whoa, whoa! Okay, dodge that. And, oh. Okay, it appears that that just auto hits you. It swings randomly here. That was a cool ass song. Okay. And then he's gonna do this. Which, yeah, that just auto hits you. Whoa, what the fuck? Oh, okay. I am damaging myself now. Oh, look at the mini-map. There's like a red line between him and me. Okay, that really hurt. And that really hurt. Stupid prismatic thing. Okay, I'm out of healing items. And he's gonna hit me with this auto hit bullshit. Which means the next hit is gonna fucking kill me. Oh, but I got him. Bit of a photo finish. Oh, there's Rico. And it just it just cuts straight to the screen. Congratulations, you are the hero. Oh, I can't like leave the screen. Oh, there we go. That guy did way too much damage. Yeah. Considering the fact that I was, I'm like massively over leveled for this difficulty. Almost every single one of those hits is like designed to be practically a one-shot. Which the game is designed to be played in multiplayer as well, where it's like the presumption is that you will have teammates that can use like healing spells and shit. And you can also, there's like items that you can get that'll increase your elemental resistances against him, so he'll do like less damage. And I don't have those items equipped. Partially because I don't have them. I didn't like buy them in preparation. And there we go, that was the final boss. Oh, that feels good. To finally fucking beat the final phase of Dark Falls after so long. But I am tired. I feel like I've talked pretty consistently this whole time. And my throat is hurting. So I'm gonna go ahead and call it here. I did pretty much all of episode 1's levels. If I do another impromptu stream, I guess I'll do all of episode 2's levels, because I really, at the start of this, was like, I might be able to get through all of the game, and it's like, hell no. That episode 1 was already so fucking much. But, I'll catch you all. The next stream is probably just gonna be Whams on Sunday, so we'll catch you on fucking Sunday for Whams! Ooh.